Hi, it's Rachel Greig here, and today I'd like to share with you our 4 new photo stamps that we're releasing this month. We have got the electric guitar, we've got football, planted sunflower, and German shepherd. So in this video I just want to talk about each stamp and show you some creative ideas so you know how they can be used. So our photo stamps, these are all made from photographs that I've taken, and they're highly detailed stamps. So they've got lots of detail in here from the photograph. So I highly recommend that you start out by stamping them with a waterproof permanent ink pad. So something like this archival ink pad from Ranger, and what that does is it retains all of that detail when you're stamping these stamps out. So I just want to show you some ideas on how they can be used. And here's a card here I've made using the electric guitar stamp, and all I've done here is just stamped it out using that archival jet black ink and then sponged around using some of the warm brown colors of distress ink. And that's just a nice, easy, quick way to make a really nice focal point for your card. And if I can just move the card around, you might just see there in the background how I've got some sheet music there embossed in the background, and so it's just like a clear embossing over that black background, and it just gives it that tone on tone effect. And I'll show you the background there that I've used. So that's just the sheet music background stamp, and that just works really well with any of our music themed stamps. And we've also got lots of other music themed stamp sets where you could use the sentiments from those stamps with this background, with this photo stamp here. But for this one here, I turned it into like a Father's Day card because I've used our new Father's Day sentiment stamp. So if you haven't seen our new sentiment stamps, definitely go and check out that video, and it just shows you how you can use those. So I've just used that just to create that nice little card. And here's another card here. This one's created by Dawn Lewis, and she's really made it pop with all these different colors, which is a great way to show you that the guitar can be colored in any color that you like, and you can sponge different inks around the edge or color it in lots of different ways. And Dawn has used some sentiments here from the You Are Everything stamp set. This is one of our new stamp sets here, and you can create your own sentiments from that stamp set, and she's just created the You Are Awesome, and then has used one of our new abstract stamps for the background here, and that abstract just gives it that little pop there for the background. So that's just a couple of different ways there you can use the electric guitar photo stamp. And so the next one here is our football or soccer stamp. We've called it football, and it's a ball with a fairly open background there, and here's a card sample that I've created using it, and all I've done is just stamped this up using that archival ink and then sponged distress inks around it just to give it that glow, that real nice summery sort of warm summer day glow, and then the green grass for that grassy area. And that just really highlights that soccer ball by leaving that white. And again, you could color the boot in any color you like. If you've got someone in your family that plays soccer or football and they've got specific boot colors, then of course you could color that up to make it appropriate for them. And for this card here, I've actually used the fishing net background stamp because it actually looks like a soccer net. So I've used that for the background, and then I've used little sentiments here from the Champion word block stamp, and that's the Champion word block stamp there. And so you can just mix and match, like you can stamp that entire word block out and then just trim out the words that are appropriate for you or for the card that you're creating, and then use that to create a card like that. So you can see lots of our older stamps are really suitable to be using with these newer stamps as well. Okay, so our planted sunflower. Now this is a really highly detailed stamp. You can see here we've got the sunflower, the leaves, the little fork and the spade and the watering can and the gloves, and that gives you lots of different ways that you can color it up. And here's a card here created by Dawn Lewis, and she's colored this one up here using Copic markers, and she's kept the sunflower really nice bright and yellow with the green leaves, and created brought out that texture of those wood handles here on the spade and the fork. and the grey watering can, and then she's given us some little pink gardening gloves. And again, you could create any colours there. You don't even need to keep the sunflower yellow. You could use a bit of creative license and use whatever colour you like for your flowers. And so with this sentiment here, this one comes from the gardening stamp sets. And the gardening stamps, we've got 2 of that. We've got volume 1 and volume 2 here, and there's some really fun little sentiments on there that are suitable for that planted sunflower photo stamp. So you can just, again, mix and match and just create whatever sentiment or card that you need. And lastly, we have this beautiful German Shepherd, and again, lots of detail in this stamp, and it creates a really beautiful card. So this is one that I've created, and I've just stamped it using that archival jet black ink again, and then using distress inks with a water brush. So what I've done is I've put distress ink and just smooshed it onto an acrylic block, picked up the distress ink with a water brush, and then coloured in around the German Shepherd, and then use really warm colours, so antique linen. What else did I use? I used vintage photo, a bit of brushed corduroy, so all of those colours here, and then around here you'll see it's like more of a grey blue tinge, and that's the ice spruce colour. And for this background here, I just used the Scratches background stamp. That's one of our really old background stamps, and it works really well just to give it that texture and just keeps that real nice warmth look for this card. So that's a little overview on how you can use these photo stamps for your card making. Now I've just shown you cards here, but you could also use them as little focal points for art journal pages or for scrapbooking if you're, doing a memory keeping project for someone who's into any of these hobbies or ideas, and it just means you can use it for anything that you wish to create. But hopefully this has given you some ideas on what you can do. All of these stamps are available on the Darkroom Door website at darkroomdoor.com, or ask for them at your favourite craft retailer. Thanks so much for watching.